MMA is my lifetime sensei. As an MMA fighter, you have to learn how to strike, how to submit, how to take down, and also the cage work. Engaging in the MMA community brought me a lot of opportunities to grow as a person. I used to play baseball for my entire life until high school. After baseball season was over during the summer, I was preparing for the studying abroad because I wanted to study sports science in the United States. And I asked my homeroom teacher for grade note in English. And he said, "Oh, I got another student asking for the same thing." And I was like, he must be going to the US too. So I visited his classroom and he was doing martial arts there. So that was my first moment seeing someone hitting the thing, kicking the thing. Next second, I was like, let me do that. I used to play baseball, but I was not a regular member. Baseball is a team sports. But I was thinking, oh, if he get injured, I can play in the field. I can be the member, but that's not good, obviously. I couldn't control my ego. Come on, I was a 18 years old high school kid. And after I started martial arts, and I applied for the amateur fighter. Amateur fight, you can fill out the form, registration, and I fight, and I won my first fight. And all my friends came to support me and watch my fight. And after that, they said, "Wow, your fight is such an inspiration to me. Like, you moved me a lot. Only one fight changed my life." In MMA in general, any type of combat sports, we live in such a extreme contrast. When you win the fight, that's the highest of the highest. And when you lose the fight, you're in the lowest of the lowest. The most important thing in MMA is obviously victory. Victory is everything. As an MMA fighter, you achieve your goal, you become successful, you have to keep winning. We already know that. And this is the only reason why we wake up, even though your body's sore, you have to keep going. Victory is everything. That's fighter's mind. But outside of the cage, supporters, coaches, teammates, those who support that fighter, they say, victory or learn. Losing fight could take everything from the fighter. No more contract, less paid. The lowest moment, as a person, you learn a lot. And outside of the cage, people said that's opportunity to learn. But as a fighter, that's the lowest of the lowest. If you win, you get paid double. If you lose, sometimes you lose the money because of the medical bill. All the MMA fighters know how to destroy the people, but at the same time, they get beat up, and then I get beat up. And my injury history is like, I did the shoulder surgery, I broke my thumb. Yeah, that's my issue. I have to take care of my injury, rehab, to get back as soon as I can. I have to study what's going on, what's the best way to come back, and also the prevention to not get injured again. So naturally, that situation took me to the biohacking industry. My pain from the injuries in my first MMA career, of course, hurt me physically, but I hurt more mentally. Some of my injuries after the surgery or recovery phase, I got the better because of my rehab program or my effort worked very well. I'm not sure. But as time goes, I feel like this chronic pain or chronic muscle soreness could from the injury 5 years ago or 10 years ago. That feeling always floating in my thought all the time. And mentally, I feel I'm not optimized. Biohacking is such a sexy word. I call myself biohacker and provide biohacking content of product and service and whatever, because that would be the shortest way to guide many people to their well-being. But many people already know the answer. Get the 8 hours of sleep, get a vegetable, less stress. We already know that. If we take a look at the centenarians, those who live more than 100 years, there are 5 significant locations all over the world. One in Okinawa in Japan, Nicoya, Costa Rica, Sardinia in Italy, and Loma Linda, California, Icaria, and Greece. So those people, they don't go to the gym, they don't pay the membership, they are active throughout the day, and they do the gardening, they grow their food, and this is all the basic stuff. But the modern days we have to work because of the technology and the convenient thing make us unhealthy, and somehow we suffer from those. But if we have a healthy habits and discipline, you don't need a sexy biohacking. Why you want to be healthy? Why you want to lose weight? Many people, including myself, we are not sure. But most important thing is start thinking about why to make a first step. For example, someone asked me, I want to lose weight to get a six-pack. Okay, why you want to have a six-pack? And he or she said, conversation stops. Because I may step into the deep part of their heart. Maybe they want to show their sexy upper body on the beach. That means that person's desire or what they want is actually not having the six-pack, but attention. You don't have to lose weight. I mean, obviously being healthy is good, but if you get attention right now, maybe he or she suddenly become happy, but I don't think it's sustainable, right? So once you see the happiness in a moment, you keep thinking, how could I keep it more sustainable? And people could be more honest and simply think and enjoy the life easier, I would say. No, I'm not expert because I hurt myself. I was in the lowest first, and by coming back, I learned a lot, and I share my knowledge and experience as a biohacker. Whatever I learned from textbook sometimes don't work. Overall, I would say in the end, you get something because you lose something. I never thought myself as a special person or educated or sophisticated. I've been doing what I want. Now as a biohacker, which is ending my fighter's career, I feel the changing in my life chapter. All I look for is what my well-being is, and also what's the core value I call the well-doing for my community and society. And when I focusing on serving, I can forget about who I am. Because when I was a fighter, it's all about look at me, self-actualization, this is who I am the stronger, all attention, self-expression. But now, when I serve to help somebody listen to anyone's problem, nutritional tips, workshop, movement, it doesn't matter who I am.